What's going on, everyone? How you doing? Ron here with Ronnie's Rundown. Man, we got some crazy news. I don't even know where to begin. If you look at the news, if you're following Elon Musk, man, you must be saying, what the hell is going on? Anyways, take a look at the chart of Tesla chart. We're gonna get into the news, the latest tweets, the fiasco, the the feud that's going on between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. But take a look at Tesla's chart. Let's take a look at this. Wow. Okay, so I don't even know where to start. When I'm looking at the news, so I'm sitting down on the couch. My brother sends me a message, sends me this tweet. The first thing I did was I went to Elon Musk's Twitter page and I had to see, is this real? Right? So, anyways, it's going viral. On Twitter, it's trending. Let's just take a look at some of this here. Let me widen the screen so you see full glimpse of everything. Here's the first piece of news, and you can see clearly at the top here, Tesla is tanking. Everything's tanking, right? Because this is going to bring more uncertainty. In my third slide, you're going to see why I think the markets are tanking. This is pretty much why. Like, look at that, down 15% Tesla. And this is based on pretty much one tweet that Elon said. Anyways, let me share the screen again. Check this out. So Trump and Elon Musk trade insults and accusations as public feud reaches new heights. Okay, so if you're not familiar with what's going on between Elon and Trump, back and forth, it's hard to digest all the information on Twitter. Elon's pretty much doesn't like what Trump is doing in terms of spending. Okay, so Elon, obviously he took office. He wanted to help U.S. taxpayers by cutting the spending or wasteful fraud that has been going on, right? And that's Elon's whole mission. How can we get more money into the American people? Okay, how can we make America great again? Reduce spending, the budgets, cut wasteful spending, and that's why they created Doge, right? DOGE, and so recently Trump had some kind of bill that was going to spend an extra 300 billion, etc. I don't think Elon liked that, but let me share this post. One of the reasons what kind of ticked off Elon were these three posts that you're going to see. And man, this really shocked me. So here's one of the first ones. Let me just zoom in for you here. Okay, check this out. Donald Trump says the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's government subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. So this is June 5th, okay? This is today at 2:40 p.m. Right now it is 4:30. So just almost 2 hours ago. A tweet by Elon, and this is so he reposts something from Trump War Room, and he kind of puts a facial expression of like, okay, what's going on here? And let me play this clip for you.
People, we're lucky to have. I have to tell you, I want to thank you all, and Elon, I want to thank you. I know you've been through a lot with this horrible situation that happens.
Running the cause and everything.
That's right. Saving America.
It's very unfair. What he is a patriot. Here's a man that I can tell you, he's a friend of mine. He's become a friend of mine. He supported me in the election. That's when I got to know him. Really, I knew him a little bit from the first term, but not much. But he's a patriot more than anything else. He's never, think of it, he has never asked me for a thing. He could have. I always say, I wonder if he's ever going to ask me for something. And that's always subject to change. And if it does change, I'll let you know about it. But Elon has never asked me for a thing. I mean, I got rid of the electric car mandate. I have no idea how that affects him, but possibly not good. I don't know. But he's never asked me for a thing. And I think that's an amazing tribute. I did get activated last week when I saw what they were doing. I said, he makes an incredible product, and we're going to go out and tell people you can't do that stuff and support him. They got to support him, because if he wasn't doing this, he wouldn't have any of these difficulties. And I think it's getting less and less. Pam has done a great job with regard to all of the, I know the kind of investigations that are going on. If she finds them, which she will, she already found 4 of them. But I think they're going to suffer very grave consequences, because they're really terrorists when you think about it. They're very terrorists at a high level. And I think the people that are financing them, they could very well be people I know, people that you write about. But those people are in big trouble. So they better cut it out. But Elon's a patriot. We want to thank you very much for the job you're doing. Thank you very much.
But when you look at this, okay, so this was dated, you could see it was dated March 24th. Okay, March 24th. So President Trump did say that they're getting rid of the EV mandate. Okay. So I think it's something other than just the EV mandate. Okay. I'm pretty sure Elon was probably fighting a little bit of that, or maybe they can come to a conclusion that will subsidize a portion of it, right? To kind of help Tesla still get more sales, or be the number one EV manufacturer in North America. But I think it's more than that. I think it came down to that $300 billion of more spending when Elon is trying to cut more, right? Trying to do the opposite. But this was, so he reposted, June 5th. And I'm trying to think, this is today. He reposted this. And I'm trying to think, like, okay, why did he repost this? Was it because he's just trying to get his point across that Elon really never asked Trump for anything? I helped you get elected. We helped raise funds, your political campaigns, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So we're going to get back into some of Trump's tweets. And, you could see this. Okay. So Trump said, Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. So anyways, so Elon reposts this and he says, such an obvious lie, so sad. And the way I look at it is like, Trump is very irrational, says things at the tip of his tongue, sometimes without thinking. Okay. And the way I see this going is I think a lot of the other billionaires and tech advisors are going to probably side with Elon because he's just he's a brilliant, genius, just a very smart man. So anyways, let's get into some of the other tweets that Trump mentioned. And okay, before we get into this is massive. So he says, Elon goes, time to drop the really big bomb at Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Okay, this is the real reason why they have not been made public. Have a nice day, Donald J. Trump. So it's crazy. Like when I saw this, I was just like, this is not real. So anyways, it's just like I mentioned, Elon and Donald Trump are trending, and it's just this all the stuff, the tweets that are going back and forth, they're going viral. So check it out. I showed you this already. We took away his EV mandate. The easiest way to save money is to cap the billions and billions of spend on EVs and the contracts. And he says, I'm surprised Biden didn't do it. So check this out. Let's take a look at the charts for a second. All right, so check out the charts here. Check it out. Tesla has dropped down to 274. Not too long ago, a couple of days ago, it was down to 367. Is this a buying opportunity? Hard to tell because of this next tweet that you're going to see. This is the reason why majority of the markets are dumping right now. But check out this tweet that Elon mentioned, and not to laugh, right? Because they're trying to build up the sentiment, consumer confidence, etc. Donald Trump and Elon, the last couple of months they've been working together. And check this out. I got to zoom in big on this one. Look, Elon Musk. Okay, this is literally, what time is it right now? 4:46, about 20 minutes ago. The Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. And when I saw that, and just to make bold statements like that, are really going to kill the markets because, man, I'm just looking at the markets here, right at the top here. Like I see Solana at 142. If you're into cryptocurrency and you're seeing Solana at 142, you're like, wow, should I buy? Nvidia down 2%. That's not too bad. Okay, the S&P down 33%. Oh my goodness. Bitcoin down to 100. It's gonna go down. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why did he have to say that? This feud, it's going to get out of control because Elon Musk is so tight with Donald Trump. He's probably saying, well, he's probably just, disclosing a lot of information out there saying, okay, well, what's in his plans? Maybe he doesn't like his fiscal budget or Q1, Q2, Q3 future budgets. Well, man, this is going to get exciting. Let's just pop over to Elon Musk's Twitter page and just see what else he's posting. Okay, so he pinned this 2 hours ago. He says, "Is it time to create a new political party in America that actually represents the 80% in the middle?" You know what? I'm gonna vote and say yes. Wow. Wow. Okay, check this out. 82% out of 1.7 million votes. Is it time to create a new political party in America that actually represents the 80% in the middle? Oh my goodness. 82% out of 1.7 million votes just 2 hours ago. Okay. 4 minutes ago. Check this out. In 1992, Trump partied with Jeffrey Epstein. Just going to leave this here. This is getting out of control. 22 minutes ago, the Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. Let's take a look at his replies. Man, I should go live with this because this is blowing my mind. And I think it's got to stop too. But you know what? The way I look at this too is like a buying opportunity for dips in the stock market, right? When there's fear in the market, that's when I like to buy, especially digital assets and crypto and Bitcoin and all that stuff. 5 minutes ago, okay, Elon puts the other smirk in face. Oh my goodness, Team Elon. Okay, Elon puts a little heart. The Trump tariffs will cause a recession. Yes. Okay, let's just do a little refresh before we end this. Not live, but video. It's almost live because we're talking about this just as Elon is tweeting anything that he can 6 minutes ago. Anyways, that is it for the video. If you could do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, comment and like. Let me know. Are you pro Elon now? Or are you pro Trump? Before, about a month ago, it was like you're pro Trump, meaning you're pro Elon. So now, what are you? Are you pro Elon or pro Trump? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.